It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Thursday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. On this, the 25th day of January 2024, coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia. Man, it's 61 degrees this morning. Now it's raining a little. It looks like it's going to be 73 tomorrow. It's going to rain some though. So I probably have to start off driving in the rain tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, folks, the live show will be early, and I don't exactly have a time. I'm hoping it'll be 8 o'clock, but a lot of it depends on the news cycle, when I can get the news for the day. Sometimes I can get it at 4, sometimes it's later than that. But, it's, I got to cover the bases before I go live with the show. So anyway, I'm targeting 8 o'clock. Now it's Eastern time, of course. If you want to join me, feel free to. But the show will be, it'll be up on replay at 11, so you can always get it then. Do have several headlines today, folks. Pirates cause traffic delay. See, I can do clickbait stuff too. Sun Princess Inaugural delayed. Got a lot of information on that one. Not the information that Hot Air Tom wanted. Traffic problems due to a marathon. Green eggs and ham out. New outfits for Mickey and Minnie? Tell me it isn't true. The MSC terminal decision delayed. And Max 9 back in the skies. Maybe tomorrow. That and lots more live here at 11 o'clock this morning. See, folks, I could have clickbaited like any one of like 5 stories this morning. I mean, I don't like doing that kind of crap. Although, pirates cause traffic delays. I mean, that's what the story's about. Today is National Irish Coffee Day. I don't mind Irish coffee. Again, I'm not the big specialty coffee person. I'm also not a person that normally puts booze in my coffee. I mean, I'm old-fashioned, and I'm not totally old-fashioned. I do use a Keurig, which is a little more modern than, the old pot on the stove. But, when I have my coffee in the morning, and that's the only time I drink coffee, folks. I've told you that numerous times. I have coffee early, and that's it, done. I don't want any more coffee all day. I don't want any booze in it in the morning. So, but when I'm cold enough, I might have an Irish coffee or something like that if I don't have to sleep. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. All the big guys: TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, Amazon Music. Who else? Apple Podcasts. Any of them. Just search for travel and cruise industry news, and up pops the fat guy. Anytime you're listening, you can always access the video feed just by checking the description of the podcast, and there'll be a link there, so you can do just that. Also, folks, if you haven't already done so, because some people come in and they go back out and smash the like button and come back in, or I don't know how they do it, but anyway, they smash the like button. Yeah, just smash that sucker. And take this as my invitation to subscribe. We are up to 5180, I believe it was this morning. So we're going to hit 5200 probably by the time I get on the Epic. We'll be at 5200. Hopefully I'll hit 10,000 while I'm on the Epic. next week. Sounds like a good plan to me. I'm really excited. I've mentioned this on the show before that I'm going to be sailing on the Epic with people that I've never sailed with before. So this is all going to be, new people for me to get to know. Well, one of my old regulars, sent me a message this morning. Is there any way you can still get me on the Epic? So we'll see. He's got to try to get flights, and so I might actually end up having, one of my buddies on there too, which he's always been. Between the two of us, we've entertained a lot of people. So I hope that he can get everything worked out. He's from Canada, and get down to jump on the boat with me in like 2 days' time. So yeah, looking forward to that. That'd be fun. All right, the top story today, folks. The ClickBank portion of the story actually comes out of Tampa. Carnival Cruise Line has sent notifications to guests booked on Saturdays. That's day after tomorrow's departure of the Carnival Paradise from Port Tampa Bay, that there may be traffic congestion and street closures impacting how guests can reach the cruise terminal. The potential congestion isn't caused by a music festival or people running races like a marathon, like we're going to talk about that in a minute, or road construction, but by pirates invading the streets of Tampa. Actually, for the Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest, a celebration that includes one of the largest parades held in the United States. I mean, yeah, the parade's going around by the port in Tampa. You might not get there for an hour and a half. So cruise guests are advised to add extra time, I would think so, to their travel plans to adjust for any potential delays as they make their way to the cruise terminal, as well as check local traffic conditions in order to make route changes as necessary. Transfers purchased through Carnival may be adjusted to account for the heavier than normal traffic. Guests who plan to drive themselves to the port, who may have booked private transfer or shuttle services, or who will be using ride shares or taxis to reach the cruise terminal, will want to ensure their arrangements are adjusted to account for any pirate delays. The Seminole Hard Rock Gasparilla Pirate Fest is a free community event with more than a century of history in Tampa Bay. This isn't something they just, crept up and threw out there, in a moment's notice. Now, my thought is, the Paradise has, several itineraries that they use. So, why didn't they set itineraries up so the ship wasn't in town while they're in the middle of the Pirate Fest? I don't know. I didn't understand. I might plan some of those things a little bit in advance, but who knows? Some people don't plan ahead, like cruise lines. All right, guys, I'll be back with a couple more stories, and some of them silly. I can be silly this morning. Some of them silly is like that. Uh, After a quick word from one of our network sponsors. All right, guys, the next story, and this is the one that Hot Air Tom wanted me to find out about. And I have to tell you, Hot Air Tom, I have literally contacted every source that I'm aware of. Including directly to Princess. I don't have any direct sources to Fincantieri, but all of the news sources, and I've probably 15 of them have done stories about this. None of them have the information that you seek, Hot Air Tom. Princess Cruises and Fincantieri reported that they have mutually agreed to delay the delivery of the new cruise ship Sun Princess just 2 weeks before the massive ship's scheduled maiden voyage. Neither the cruise line nor the shipbuilder explained why the delivery was postponed or actually when the ship might be delivered. A spokesman for Princess said the ship was being delayed due to unforeseen challenges at Italian shipbuilder Fincantieri. The postponement has regrettably led to the cancellation of the ship's inaugural voyage, a 10-day voyage originally set to depart from Barcelona on February the 8th. At this time, the company has only canceled one voyage, but has not announced the new target date for delivery. The amended maiden voyage is scheduled for 10 days later on February the 18th. Notice that's scheduled. This will also be another 10-night voyage departing from Civitavecchia. That's, of course, Rome, the port for Rome. Such delays are more common with vessels such as Sun Princess that are the first in an all-new series of ships. Such vessels often have features on board that are new to the shipyards constructing them. Under development for more than 6 years, Sun Princess is the first in the line's new Sphere class of vessels, which will be significantly bigger than any previous Princess ship, offers several notable new for the line features, and apparently, at least that's the only thing I can find out here is speculation that it's one of the new things. They just haven't got it finished yet. And nobody is being specific to what the problems are. But how would you like to spend the money to get to Civitavecchia from the States, for instance? Fly over to do an inaugural voyage, and to find out, this soon ahead of time, it ain't going to happen. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Maybe the cruise lines need to take delivery of the ship before they start having inaugural cruises or something. I know that's not an impossible. That's pretty much an impossibility because they sell stuff now, 2 and 3 years ahead of time. I mean, I actually ran some numbers for somebody in 2026 already. I can't get excited about booking stuff in 2026. I don't know if I'll be alive then. But anyway, that's, and admittedly, Princess is doing the right things on on the refunds and giving them $200 per person to take care of changing flights and so forth. But I mean, what about the next cruise? Are there going to be any cabins available on that? Probably not. Probably not many, at least. It's not a good situation. Thankfully, I'm going to be sailing out of Miami next week. And not this week because Miami is going to be busy, not only because of multiple cruise ships in port, but it's the upcoming Miami Marathon. That's this Sunday. The race's route crosses through downtown Miami and near the cruise port, which could cause traffic snarls and delays for travelers trying to reach their ships, just like the folks up there in Tampa trying to get to the Paradise. Carnival Cruise Line, I mean, they're at least trying to tell everybody that this could happen. They've alerted guests to the possible backups and is urging travelers to ensure that they have ample time to reach the port for their boarding appointment. But at this time, there are no expected delays or changes in embarkation, just major headaches. I'm somewhat curious why Carnival is the only one telling their passengers about this, because there are other cruise lines sailing Sunday from Miami. They're not telling their guests. They're just going to let them get in the middle of that marathon and be blocked off and can't get to the cruise port for 2 hours. Maybe they assumed that the marathon's early in the morning, which it is. But it would still be going on, like if I get to the port at 10 o'clock, for instance, because I've got to deal with finding parking and see if I can drop off luggage. I've got to do some things. And I know that I'm going to get into traffic coming out. It's also why I try to get there at 10, because that gives me a better shot at getting a decent parking place. So, I mean, there could be people running through the streets still at 10 o'clock. I mean, some of those people don't run the marathon in 2 hours and 10 minutes. Some people do it in 5 or 6 hours. So they're chugging along like back in the days when I used to run 10Ks. I didn't go very fast. I was never that good a runner. Since I was in high school, I was a good runner in high school, but not after that. All right. Good luck, people, on getting to Port of Miami Sunday. Good luck on the people in Tampa getting to Paradise on Sunday. It's going to be a mess. No more green eggs and ham. Carnival Cruise Line's green eggs and ham breakfast is being retired, replaced with a new Thing 1 and Thing 2 birthday breakfast to be rolled out fleet-wide in the next few months. The new event is already featured on Carnival Jubilee, and debut dates are on other Carnival ships starting in February and continuing through May the 7th, when the Carnival Firenze will have the new Thing 1 and Thing 2 birthday breakfast. Now, can I say, folks, that I did look over the menu. Let's just say how healthy it is that for a breakfast menu, you're getting cake. I mean, there's other things on the menu, but it's not the healthiest breakfast in the world. I hate to tell you that. Yeah, there's some yogurt. There's some healthy things in there, but no more green eggs and ham. Dennis, tell me it isn't so. Mickey and Minnie getting some new clothes, some new threads, man. On Disney's newest island escape, Lighthouse Point, they'll be doing so with a whole new look. Designed by acclaimed Bahamian fashion designer Theodore Eilert, Minnie and Mickey's look pays homage to the festival Junkanoo, however you say that, Junkanoo, a joyful celebration that takes place each December in the Bahamas, of course, that consists of bright, vibrant colors, parades, and upbeat music. Lighthouse Point will be Disney Cruise Line's second private island destination after Castaway Cay, which is also located in the Bahamas, about 73 miles north of Nassau. So, new threads for Mickey and Minnie. And a little bit on the disturbing news side, the Galveston Wharf's board of directors voted to delay the approval of an operating agreement with MSC Cruises for the proposed fourth cruise terminal in the city. I hope I didn't kick myself off when I did that. I hope I stayed on the air. Anyway, the decision comes as the final plans for the terminal and surrounding buildings and projects are expected in a couple weeks. At a total cost of $150 million, MSC's Terminal 16 represents a significant investment for the Port of Galveston and MSC Cruises. It's also the third major cruise terminal investment in Galveston after Royal Caribbean's Cruise Terminal 10 and Carnival Cruise Terminal 25. By the way, MSC has incorporated Cozumel and Costa Maya into the new Galveston itineraries. MSC's going ahead with their plans, Galveston. They need a place to sail from. So we need to get a terminal built, or you're going to have some real traffic problems. All right, finally this morning, folks. The FAA approved an inspection procedure for grounded Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft, meaning the planes could be airborne again, maybe as early as tomorrow. Now, the plan they approved, folks, they went to the airport and they pulled one of the guys out as the luggage carrier, the guys that carry the suitcases, and they gave him a wrench of his own and said, okay, go tighten up all the bolts on the airplane. And that's the plan that the FAA approved. So if you're flying in one of these planes this weekend, folks, just for me, keep your seatbelt on. Of course, I'm not serious about that. So please don't take me seriously about the FAA plans. I'll get enough heat for saying that on the air anyway. All right, let's go see who's fussing at me over in the chat room this morning. Don't forget, tomorrow morning it's going to be a screwed up time. And I'm not 100% sure what time it's going to be. I'm hoping 8, might be 7:30, might even be 7. Who knows? Depends on when I get the show finished and I can go on the air with it. All right, Ken is with us. Hot Air Tom's with us. There's Steve out in Kentucky. Gretchen up in Ohio. There's Robert. Hi, Robert. There's Gary, older than dirt. Looking forward to seeing Gary on Sunday. And then on the Magnifica as well. Joanne's with us. Hi, Joanne. Emily's up there in, where's Emily? Oh, yeah, she's in New York. I had a true Irish coffee in Ireland. Sweet, at 9:30 in the morning. Best I ever had. Well, now, if I was in Ireland, I might do that just because I was in Ireland. I am picturing Emily in a pirate costume standing along I-95 in New Rochelle and stopping the traffic. Yeah, I could see Emily doing that. She says traffic would stop. There's Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Oh, Monfalcone. 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 That's what I thought it said. It's a problem with the ear. I don't hear what I say when I say it wrong. Don't we have a Miami boat show coming up soon? I don't know. I don't follow that stuff, Hot Air. Chillie, you might need to check on your embarkation weekend to see what is going on. Park at Brightline, West Palm Beach, and take Brightline to Miami. Yeah, except then how do I get from Brightline over to the cruise port? I mean, I know they have accessible taxis, or is that close enough to where MSC sails I don't know, hot air. I mean, I know the bright line goes close to the terminal. I don't know how functional that is for me on the chair. So that was a very good choice to use a local Bahamian designer. Very different from their Castaway Key look. Yes, it is. And I was obviously teasing about that. I mean, Mickey and Minnie have had numerous costumes over the years. I just thought it would be something to give you a hard time about, Dennis. Has Galveston sorted out the flooding by the cruise port? That's a very good question. I don't know. I'm saying probably not, because to do that would take some massive dredging and some major infrastructure changes, and they just got to hope that they don't get hit with those hurricanes that park for a week at a time. Pinky Cherry says hello. How are you doing? I think that's another one of our photo bombers. We need something also besides the time to be screwed up. How about no sound? No, 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 no. I got to do some things right. Mm. Hey, Chillie, New York. How rude. Yeah, yeah, I know, Emily. I'm giving everybody a hard time today. You got it now. Thank you, Dennis. Fincantieri. 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 Oh, I wasn't giving it the right A. Fincantieri. In my head, I said that one right, Dennis, even though I didn't get it outright. The bright line is supposed to be very nice from what I've heard. Yeah, me too, except my only problem, and I know we're doing the bright lines, but that's when Hot Air Tom and I are together. I did some checking around on some of the prices in Miami after the experience I had with accessible cabs from LaGuardia to Brooklyn, and some of the prices are outrageous. So I am more inclined either try to get one right on site and negotiate a price, or do it myself. And one thing I did find out, folks, they have the parking at the ports is free for handicapped folks. Free for handicapped folks from Florida. It's not free for handicapped folks from any other state. So I did have to pay for parking at the port, but that's okay because I'm right there. You know, it was so nice, and it's going to be so nice this week. So I paid what was it, $17 a day, I think. So $110 for a week cruise or something like that. $114, whatever 17 times 7 is. 70, 49, $117. Okay, but I'm 100 yards from the door. So park, and I could drop my luggage off in Port Canaveral. So I drop my luggage off, I circle back around, go in the parking building, park the car, and then I just have to unload the chair, flip up the lift, get in the chair, and roll over and go check in. It's pretty damn simple. And then when I get off the boat at the end of the week, I got to ride 100 yards over, and the porter guy takes my luggage, you know, so it just cost me an extra $10. I don't care. He takes the luggage to the car. I load up my chair, which is, now I've gotten so, it's whip, 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 and I'm done. I'm not struggling to get it done and running out of breath. I mean, it takes me less than a minute to load. Um, and then I'll be on my way to Miami. So, what's in 3 hours time? I'll be in Miami, and I'm staying I don't know. I can't remember. I'm staying at Cocoa Beach, so I don't know even getting. No, not that's what I'm staying in at Port Canaveral. I'm staying in Miami. I can't remember where, but it's 10 minutes from the port. I couldn't get in the. I couldn't afford actually. I couldn't afford where I stayed in Miami before, like Hot Air Tom does. I guess can't do that. So I went for less expensive digs for the night. But I mean, it's a handicap accessible room. It's got everything I need. As a matter of fact, I've went through Wheel the World. They specialize in accessible transportation. Well, Miami's one of the places that they have accessible places that they have surveyed out, and I got a really good rate as opposed to, $400 from where Hot Air Tom had me booked the last time. So, and the same thing in Port Canaveral. I opted out of going to the Holiday Inn Express that I really liked because of the cost. And I'm sorry, I gotta save some money someplace. So I'm staying at Cocoa Beach at a much more reasonably priced place. So I got to drive an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we could see what the walk and you driving the chair is like to the port. Yeah, well, I'm going to find out some of those things again in Miami because I'll be looking at things from a different standpoint. So, and I will check Brightline. I will pull that up and see how far it is. Is it distance that I can go? Which I'm at. Let's see. That's Norwegian, which is Terminal 16 or something. And oh no, that's in Port Canaveral. In Miami, I'm at MSC. I have to check and see what Terminal MSC is. Remember to check Hotel Tonight and Miami hotels when you disembark at Port Canaveral. I've already got Miami taken care of, Dennis. I did that with Wheel the World because they specialize in disabled guests, wheelchair accessible. So, and I got a very reasonable rate. I was expecting to pay 3 times what I'm paying, and with a very good rating for them. Brightline is about 6 blocks from the entrance to the port. Not sure if there are sidewalks on the port street. Yeah, see, that could be a problem if I'm pushing the luggage and stuff over there. Because there are places, because I've tried running around in Port Canaveral. I mean, I haven't done it in Miami, but there are places in like Port Canaveral that I can't take the chair because of the sidewalks. I mean, if the sidewalks are there, I got no problem going, but I'm not getting out on that big thoroughfare, in Port Canaveral going across that bridge on a chair with no sidewalks. Uh-uh. I'll have to look at Miami Hot Air because I'm looking at it from different eyes now. So I'll do some checking. I'll find out this on this cruises. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. It really is. It's packing for the rest of the day. I got stuff scattered, stacked all over the room. So it's basically just rolling and throwing. So I'm going to pack. I'm going to load the car. Obviously, I'm not going to take the chair out. I can't take my computer bag out till in the morning anyway. In case it rains, I'm not taking the chair out and leaving it sit, and then have to struggle with breathing to get out to the car. So it would take me 5 minutes to get rolling in the morning after the show. So I'll throw the computer in the computer bag and rock and roll. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for being with me. And I understand, guys, since I'm not even telling you for sure what time the show, and I'll try to get it out, try to put notices out a few minutes ahead of time for you if you're looking for that in the morning. But I'm hoping to, I'm going to do the show early. I just don't know when. So, and I'm sorry that I can't be more forthcoming with that one. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for today, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon you'll all be like Gary Older Than Dirt and maybe my friend from Canada, and we'll all get together on the high seas. You guys have a great day. I'll see you sometime tomorrow morning. Thanks, guys.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.